I will not hit go live. I am hitting record. Um,
Okay.
all right. This is on my own terms. I don't know what episode the number is. I've already I have two in the hopper, and this
It's
is
42.
it is not 42. If you want me to wait till 42, we can wait till 42, but you might be waiting a long time. What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer popping back in. How you doing? How's it going? How you mama? How you daddy? How them kids? How them wives? How them hubbies? How them partners? How them fur babies? How is it that I am so very tired? But this guy that we have on, on this episode says, you know what? Why don't we just why don't we why don't we just go and we'll see how it goes. And if we need to re-record, we re-record. And I said, okay. And that's the influence that IAmBaumer, Alex the Man Balm, has over me. What's up, Alex?
You know, it is it's a trick I use on myself all the time. It across psychology even, it's a very, very common tactic of all right, I know I need to work out, but I don't feel like it. So you make the deal with yourself. Look, I'm just gonna walk in the gym. I'll do my warm up like 10 minutes. See how I'm feeling after 10 minutes, and then it's totally okay if I'm still feeling down. Just be done then. But the vast majority of the time, you that 10 minutes, you're like, all right, cool, I'm warmed up. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And I double whammied myself and I said, well, you know what? I'll just take a drink of water beforehand. I'll just take a drink of water. And we all know what happens when the body is already craving water, but you are you go and you get water, you get some more water, you get that energy, and then I do my intro, and my intro is always it always hypes me up. Oh
It
my
hypes me up too.
golly gee Bob, howdy. Alex, how are you today, buddy?
Oh, I'm pretty feeling good.
Now, for some of you guys might not know Alex, or actually, you might know him, because he is
I
in
know,
our.
Alex.
It's one of those.
Sorry.
It's gonna be one of those episodes, y'all. This is why we don't put Surf, Fate, Alex, and Panda all together. This is why I try to keep them all separated. We've had Alex and another friend of ours from another podcast on, and that went off the rails. uh,
But but it went.
it did go. It did go, and it was still content. It was still content. But Alex is one of my co-hosts for the God Games and Geekery series of podcasts that I also do for Life Fest. Um, but Alex, why don't you tell the audience a little bit more about you? Who's Alex?
I'm Alex. You
I
probably
will.
want more
I
than
I
that.
will disconnect this call right now.
Yeah, so I'm Alex. I am Bomber. I've
You are Bomber.
I am a jack of many trades, master of none, jack of all trades, not many, all of them.
You have had your hands in so like this weekend. You were apparently attending to Jurassic Park in your backyard. Um,
Yeah,
so you're a gardener.
I have found like I found two dragons, three unicorns, a tennis ball, a pair of sunglasses, and um who was the zebra from Zootopia? Was it Alex?
Zootop- Zootopia or or Madagascar.
Madagascar. That's it.
Alex is the lion.
Yeah. So I found
Marty
all of those things and Alex.
Marty is the zebra.
Oh, okay. I found Marty.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, cutting down the vast, not cutting down, pulling the vast amount of weeds in my backyard. And I found so many fun treasures. Not to mention all the little tiny Pokemon figures that I bought 4 or 5 years ago. Um, but yeah, I love Pokemon. I'm the photo video director for Life Fest. I'm the volunteer director at Life Fest every year. I've been going there for 10, 12 years, something like that.
Well, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a while. So Alex and Alex, do you remember where we met? Do you remember how we met?
I do. We were working at Best Buy,
Yep.
and it was for me. I was going back to school. It was a part-time job, and after school and whatever. And I think it might have even been at kind of the crossroads where I started turning it into full-time work. But
You were looking to get full time in Geek Squad.
yes,
Yeah.
and mostly worked nights. And then there was another guy that worked there, a different department, but he was much more part-time than I was. Very occasional. He worked in the digital imaging department sporadically. Might have been, 8 hours a week or something like that.
Sounds about right. Just enough to keep a
But
discount.
I found out that he was, yeah, and I found out that he was like a professional photographer, like does the real thing. And I enjoyed photography for a long time. I enjoyed photography. Worked in the darkroom in high school, and kind of kept it up through then. In college, I had a job too, being the photographer and social media thing for the school. But I mean, that still felt like piddly work, whatever. And here, this other department, here's this real photographer who does this like for a living.
He's a
And I
real
found out,
photographer.
yeah, a professional. And I found out that he does concerts. He shoots concerts, and specifically this concert that was going to be in the Fox Valley area shortly. And one of my favorite bands was going to be playing there. That was Skillet. Skillet was going to be playing at this festival, and shortly before the festival, went up to him like, "Can you teach me everything you know? Can you help me be a photographer?" And I was like so nervous of that, being this, in my mind, a very novice photographer, very amateur, just hobbyist, whatever, going to this person who only has enough time, in my mind, again, only has enough time in their personal schedule to work like 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever a week at Best Buy. I'm like, hey, in your limited time, can you teach me your entire craft?
That is one way to put it. I would have. That's a perspective that I did not have.
And anyway, short story long, yeah, I asked if I could get to take photos of Skillet, and Lem was like, "All right, hey, come to the festival. You can take photos." Oh, sorry, Lem was that person, and
If you haven't figured it out,
yeah. Yeah, you invited me to Life Fest to be part of the Ninjographer team, and also aside from that, you're like, yeah, hey, I don't know if we went to your house or if it was at Starbucks or whatever, but like you taught me, here's how I do my quick editing of photos right after taking them, and I try and get your whites to this line and the blacks to this line, and try and get the histogram to look like this and whatever. But um,
That's
yeah,
exactly how I still edit my photos. Gametography too. It just works.
it and being colorblind, I cannot trust my eyes. I
Yep.
have to go by that little graph, and so having that revealed was truly a like earth-changing revelation
Yeah.
to my photo editing and even video editing later workflow.
Yeah. I don't even remember where I learned that. All I remember is that one day I was like, "Oh, this is just taking so long," and man, I don't know. Maybe it was some YouTube thing that I watched at that time. I mean, YouTube was completely different back then.
Oh, it
It's
really
completely.
was.
Maybe it was a forum or something. I don't remember, but I use that to this day on my IRL photos and even my in game photos because realistically, it's all light. You know,
Oh,
it
yeah.
it's all light. So we just how are we controlling that light is
Yeah.
what we're asking about.
You you paint with the light.
Uh, that was the name of my old business, you guys. Painting with light. All right. But Alex, like you
Yeah.
said, you also you helped me out, very influential in what we do with the God Games and Geekery, which tells me that you are geeky about something
I am.
and or everything.
Yeah, I'm just a plain geek. I can geek out about anything that piques my interest, and I mean it's got to be the ADHD and the hyperfixation, but um for like 35 years of my life, I had minimal interest in woodworking and carpentry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then 6 months, 9 months ago, whatever, doing some home renovation, and I looked up on YouTube how to build. Uh, I looked up how to build a bar for my house, and it got to framing techniques or whatever. But I went down a rabbit hole and suddenly decided, hey, woodworking is my jam. Let's learn the nuances between maple and walnut wood and pine and ipe and oh man, I can geek out about anything.
So the past 6 to 9 months has been you woodworking. That's freaking
Yeah.
dope, man. Just out of nowhere, out of nowhere. Uh,
Yeah.
but you're also a gamer. Um,
Oh, I enjoy games. I to this day, uh, you see my Discord like past. You called me out on it of playing a certain game for I have at least 100 hours on a save file, and again, you called me out on it. I have a hard time calling myself a gamer, but I enjoy video games.
yeah, I think that if you
Yeah,
have over 100 hours in one single game these days, you are a gamer. And we're not talking like Madden, you guys. We're not talking like Fortnite or anything like that.
I just like I picked up another game. I re-picked it up. I played this game in the past, and I've had it downloaded for a while. Of like, I'll play that again. Oh, but it it's such a time investment. I'll get to it eventually. I started a new game just the other day on it. so I'm a little
What's
scared.
what game is that again?
It's Skyrim.
Oh, good lord.
Right?
Oh, good lord, he's done. We're done. We lost him. But the game that
Yeah.
I called you out on though,
Yep.
it was not Skyrim. It
Nope.
wasn't an action adventure game. It's a
Nope.
game that I never thought that I would have seen Alex spend so much time on.
Uh,
What game was that,
yeah.
Alex?
Ditto. It's a game that I never expected to spend that much time on. My son loves a YouTube channel dedicated to it. It's Farming Simulator.
What is
Um,
the draw? What is the draw?
it's kind of cathartic. Like, um, well, number one, there's always something to do. Uh, as you've said with Fae Farm,
Yes.
there is always something to do in there, and like the days, the time, the season passes, and um, so yeah, always something to do to improve your area, improve your farm, and also there's a very cathartic or rewarding kind of aspect of it of seeing um this crop that's grown, and then you go over it with this big vehicle and it's gone, and you're like, I don't know, the little counter is going up that you have 4,500 liters of corn in your harvester. But really, for me, it's that just seeing that graphic that, hey, what used to be this crop that was standing up is now gone, and it's a freshly plowed field. Um, yeah, that's really it. It's seeing these fields go from like kind of weedy and uh, all sorts of stones on it to being nice and plowed and like clean lines all the way down. It's so stupid, but it
Well,
again very cathartic and satisfying for
if
me.
you are enjoying it, I'm sure it's not stupid. I personally like I still play Fortnite, right? But I
Yeah.
don't play Battle Royale. Lately I've been playing this lumberjack tycoon where all you're doing is you go in and you take your pickaxe and you chop down trees. And then you upgrade your power and you chop down more trees. And then you upgrade, you do all these other upgrades and skills and stuff, and you're just chopping down trees. And then you get to go to another island or something and chop down different types of trees. It
Yeah.
is unbelievably. So I understand. Like I think I've done more hours in that than in the actual Fortnite Battle Royale this season.
Oh, I thought you were going to say more hours in that than actually chopping down trees this year.
Oh yeah, well, actual chopping down trees. Absolutely, I've done more in that than chopping down trees. Yes, yes, that is true.
Yeah. It yeah, it's so amazing, and like I don't know, it frankly going through a time in my life where that is the rewarding thing. It's um I'm very glad that something or that we live in a time where something so simple can bring joy or peace
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely. It's like as you know I do streaming and you stream with me sometimes for the podcast. Um, it's we're used to having to do action, 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 action.
Yes.
And even in on the other channel, uh, we did a lot of Fortnite with action battle royale. And then we talked to some of the students who were like, "Hey, what else do you guys want to see?" And there was a resounding Minecraft. And I was like, "Oh, guys, we tried Minecraft before. I would glitch, which means I fell asleep playing this game live on stream. Uh,
Oh, oh,
that's how dull it was to me. I was like, guys, we tried, and then, but I'm there for my students. I love my students, and they came up with ideas. They were like, all right, well, what if we did a realm, and everybody had a job, and your job is you're the post guy, you're the delivery guy, and your job is to take this out to everybody. You have to deliver all the stuff to people, but they might be in a completely different area of the map, so you might have to travel. You might have to Pony Express this thing.
whew.
And I was like, well, we can give that a try, and at least I'd have some things to do. Well, that that kind of fell through, but our friend Misty Galaxy, put up a quest board and started writing quests down, and is going to reward when those quests get done. You get diamonds,
Ooh.
and
Real diamonds?
no, not real diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Diamonds in game. Uh,
I mean,
and
that's practically the same thing.
so I did my first quest the other day on stream. I the quest was to get three different dogs, and later found out from Misty that it was actually supposed to be two. Uh, and I always lose my dogs. I don't understand. They just disappear. Like, I don't tell them to sit down. I just, like, I turn around and I go to sleep, and I turn around, they're gone.
Yeah, they show up in random boats.
They'll
Yeah,
just
that's.
they'll show up in a random boat.
Oh,
Oh, there was one that did that. It's like,
that was just that one. It was my mind's not working fast
that's
enough right
okay.
now.
I have three dogs right now, you guys. Uh, one is one is Jeepers, one is Mister, and the other one is You're Real Strong. Is sorry, Real Strong, not You're Real Strong, just Real Strong. So I have Jeepers, Mister, and Real Strong. But Real Strong always forgets who he is, so I had to say, Jeepers, Mister, You're Real Strong. So yeah,
So, do you know what those students did to you?
the same thing you did.
Exactly. Hey, just try this little bit. That's the foot in the door. Just try this little bit.
the
That's fine
same,
if it doesn't work.
same dang thing, man. Y'all know how to get me though. Oh man! So you also at Life Fest. Not only are you the lead photographer, lead of photo and video, you are what we call my personal medic.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done some medic stuff.
Yeah. Um, tell everybody about um being Lem's personal medic at Life Fest. What's that all about? How do we come up with that?
I make sure he drinks enough water, or I try. I don't. I can't make sure he drinks enough water. I just check in often. Like, are you drinking enough water? Prove it.
Yep.
Basically,
Yeah, prove it.
basic.
How do we
How
prove
do
it?
you know?
How do we know that I've drank enough water?
What color is your pee?
What color is your pee, and when's the last time you peed? How many
Yep.
times you peed today? These are questions that we literally ask in public.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In public to people
And
around people that we have no idea who they are.
and oh, I love that like the environment there at Life Fest is just so loving and like such a a de facto extended family that
Yeah,
everyone is
it's a
de
family
facto.
reunion.
We can be in the catering tent. You're just having breakfast, and somebody that you know because you know everybody, but somebody that I don't know, we're eating breakfast with them, and I can ask them, "Hey, what color is your pee? When's the last time you peed?" And they just take it as totally normal.
Yeah, it's a
And
normal thing.
in fact, it's like it's a positive thing. They're uh, boiling it very much down.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, you care about how I'm doing. Um, to wonder if I'm getting enough water intake and output throughout the day.
yeah,
That I really appreciate that.
yeah. It's a really great environment to be around. Um, where did you pick up a lot of your medical knowledge?
Oh, just through the years. I mean, something I've gained over 20-ish years. I'm really making you pull this out. No,
Yeah.
um, uh, Boy Scouts. Like a decent amount of it started in Boy Scouts for a lot of my kid years, and then I joined the army in 2008. Did 2 to 3 years, something like that, as a radio operator. Had to change jobs and became a medic, and so since late 2010, I was a combat medic, and I retired about a month and a half ago. But what is that? 15 years as an army medic?
Wow, that's a long time.
It
Um,
depends on your scope, but yeah.
my scope, yeah, it's a long time, bro. Um,
No, come on. Your scope?
in one spot, yes.
Yes. Okay, fair, fair.
Well, that's a long time to be in one spot.
It
Um,
it's wild to think that I um I was an army combat medic longer than my entire time in school.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Um, now you got deployed overseas,
Yes.
um, and yet still gaming. Still gaming over there. That's one thing I wanted to talk. I wanted to
Yeah.
talk about. Um, what what's that like? You know, I know it's still the same games we get over here, but
Yeah.
being deployed and gaming, is there a certain nuance to that? Is does it feel different being when you're home and you're gaming, or like going to an arcade? You know, you're not at home at an arcade or whatever, but you know, like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that experience.
Um and again, I got to go back on like I don't consider myself a gamer. I enjoy games. I um they bring me a lot of peace and like kind of a grounding to it, but the reason I don't consider myself a gamer is that I really don't consider games as a primary objective of any
Okay,
kind. Uh, when I think of a gamer, there's somebody that is looking forward to the next game in their franchise coming out, or is looking to compete in it, or or even like knows the newest games that are coming out and kind of knowing that scope. And I don't. do any of those really. I have a few games that I fall back on and like to do in my downtime, but I really don't care if I'm better than anyone in them, realistically. Um, it's a way to pass time for me.
I
So
I don't
go
think
ahead.
that you. Yeah, I don't. To that point, I don't think you have to be like ultra competitive or anything like that to be a gamer. To be considered a gamer. I think that if you are someone that plays games on a any kind of regular basis, so if you're like, okay, on
Yep.
Saturdays I play Dredge, you know, or
Sure.
on Sundays I play Fortnite, whatever. But if you have a some sort of regular cadence of any type of gaming, I would consider you a gamer. I mean, you can kick my butt in
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I think you've done it. um, but I think that
So,
yeah, I consider you a gamer.
so we had some people. I deployed twice. I deployed in 2012 to Afghanistan, and I deployed in what was it 2022, 2023
Yeah.
to Djibouti, Africa, and I there's a 10-year span in there. Gaming and technology changed a large way in there, but with each one, there were soldiers that I deployed with that very much like were gamers as kind of a primary trait of themselves. And I remember on my first deployment, one person bought like a Pelican case. It was a special Pelican case where they could fit their Xbox in it, and there was a little TV that
Yes.
went in it too, and it was kind of self-contained, and you could like you just pull out this case, plug it into the wall, and you can have one or two people playing Call of Duty. And um, on my second deployment, there was a guy that his carry-on bag for going overseas uh, was his like Oculus,
Mm.
and like that was I was never that way. I would be I never dedicated space in any of my luggage for a gaming system,
Hmm. Well,
and these people did.
yeah. Well, I would say that they're a different breed of gamer. They're a different level of gamer, if you will. Um, it's like okay, so it's like Star Wars. See, I just saw your eyes light up. Uh, uh,
I do enjoy Star Wars. Yep.
like you know way more about Star Wars than I do. I promise you, you do.
Excuse me, sir. You know that you knew that there was a female of Yoda.
Okay, I know little tiny tidbits, but I'm not like an ultimate fan, right? Darth
Sure.
Kryptonite, our friend Bill, he's ultimate fan. I think you know more, like more of lore, like especially current lore. I think you know more about than I do. Um, but just because you know more or Bill knows more does not make me not a Star Wars fan. I just don't have as
Sure.
much information. So just because you didn't have a carry on as a game system as your carry on doesn't mean that you're not a gamer. Um,
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
good point.
you know um, the when they do the studies on who is a gamer, what's the average gamer, they count people that play games on their phones. They count mobile gaming, which is
Yeah.
why and I know I have to look at the a more updated version, but I remember in 2019, the average gamer was a 35 to 40-year-old woman. because they include gaming on mobile phones.
Yeah, and Candy Crush is
Candy Crush is real.
yes, yes,
um,
and I mean they like that is a great point of games are uh I would say pretty universal, very close to universal of being kind of this grounding agent for people. Again, across the spectrum. And for 35, 40-year-old women, it's Candy Crush.
yeah,
Whatever. Um, but everybody has games that they fall back to on like their downtime that it brings kind of some fantasy to your life in whatever form of escaping your current situation and letting you project yourself onto a different situation, different environment, and whatever. It gives you challenges to defeat or overcome. Uh, Plenty of dopamine releases of cool sounds and like little explosions and whatever.
very much so.
And like whether you're a 95, 60 hour a week office person or you're, you know, 20,000 miles from home in the middle of a desert and fighting an enemy in the middle of a war, you need downtime. You need a reprieve from that daily drudge, we'll say. And games are a great way of doing that, of letting you kind of unleash.
Absolutely.
And I saw that a lot with while deployed. Um like you would imagine, I'll say I did imagine before ever being deployed, I figured, all right, somebody who's actually been to war doesn't want to play Call of Duty. They'll be
Right.
like, this is fake, or this reminds me of something I did or something I could have done, and not wanting that reminder. But actually, being deployed, being whatever, a lot of people still played Call of Duty. It's like, all right, yeah, I do this, this being relative, like
Yeah.
trained, but nobody that I met has done anything remotely close to a full Call of Duty game in real life.
Mm.
But still, like they were like, all right, yeah, I know how to maneuver in an urban terrain and go around corners and whatever. And their downtime from real war was this digital war.
Well, I mean, my downtime from photography and video is to take photos and video in games. So,
Exactly.
so I mean, I get it. I get it. I understand. Oh man. Um, I do want to touch on something that we
Yeah.
we were supposed to talk on Memorial Day. It was going to be our my Memorial Day recording with Alex, but we didn't get to. We ran out of time. We were talking shop on other things, and then Anti Gamer wanted to go to a
See you again.
movie. Yeah, he wanted to see me again. I've been gone for over a week. uh,
I also meant to ask you. I'll ask you off stream, but I want to hear about the movie.
okay.
Your thoughts on the
Yeah. Oh
movie.
yeah. 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 Absolutely. Um. But yeah. So, but we got to talking a little bit, and I was originally. I was done with the project we were working on in Madison um, on Sunday, and I was
Yep.
going to get up in the morning and go straight home. And then Alex, being
Yep.
Alex, said, "Why don't you come over tomorrow?" And I said, "I think I just want to go home. I've been
Yep.
gone for like a week. I really haven't hung out with my family. I saw them for 2 seconds the other day because they drove here just to see me for a second." And he said, "Well, it's my alive day." And I said, "I'll see you tomorrow."
Yeah.
Why don't you talk to everybody about what an alive day is?
Um. Yes. Uh. So at first, like I knew it then. I know it now. Total guilt trip, and I feel guilty about guilt tripping you with it.
but he also knows that I need reasons.
Oh yeah.
I need reasons. I need to be able to validate it to myself. When I have something else in my head, I need to know all the reasons why another option should be there.
And so Alive Day. Um. So, May 26th, 2012, my vehicle was blown up. We were we were on a mission. It was in Afghanistan. We were um, my unit's mission was convoy escort. So theoretically, the war was winding down at that point. Um, a lot of the smaller little bases were closing down, and all of the stuff at those little bases had to get to bigger bases and get consolidated, whatever. And so we hired uh, local truckers, Afghani truckers, to carry the stuff from those little bases, outposts, whatever, to the bigger bases. And my unit's job was basically to protect those trucks on the way, the local truckers, protect them on the way, and also make sure the stuff got to where it needed to go. Very, very simply, that was it. Anyway, May 26th, we were on the last leg of a trip. So the our missions were like multi-day of drive however many miles to this other base, and then you kind of wait there um, until it was time to go home, and for a variety of factors. Anyway, our return leg had gotten pushed back for multiple days because of weather, because like helicopters couldn't fly if something bad happened to be able to um, do medical evacuation for us. So after whatever it was, 4 or 5 days waiting, we got to go back. And um, yeah, the truck that I was in got hit by an IED, improvised explosive device, and it was uh, remote detonated, or excuse me, it was a command wire explosion. So imagine um, like Wile E. Coyote,
Yeah.
how he would have like the dynamite
Oh,
under the
and
overpass, whatever.
yeah, and the plunger.
Yep. And he's way off in the distance and has his plunger waiting and then pushes it down. And uh, basically, that's what happened for us. There's a guy standing off in the distance watching and then hit the little thing. Electrons flowed through the wire. A bomb went off under our truck. It weighed. There was um, the bomb weighed about as much as I did at the time.
Wow.
a little less than I did. So it was like 120 pounds, something like that.
Wow. That's a lot of explosives.
It is. It is. And yeah, it went off under our truck, and thank God all four of us that were in the truck made it out alive.
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome.
about a few weeks after that happened, there was another convoy that got hit in very nearly the same spot, like geographically, and the bomb went off in a slightly different spot on the truck. We were on like the same model truck and whatever, but for this other convoy, the bomb went off a little bit earlier, so kind of at the spot between where the drivers sit and the back.
Mm.
And um, anyway, that very slight difference, it ended up killing two people, uh, two soldiers in that
Mm.
truck.
Mm.
They're like from their injuries. Um, yeah, so it like I don't know if I ever told you that fact. I don't tell many people that fact of like nearly exactly the same size bomb, very nearly the same location on the map.
Mm.
A matter of it literally could be half a second for that difference of the truck to travel, and two soldiers lost their lives, and yet my truck,
Mm.
all four of us came out, walked out of it alive.
That's that's just amazing. It's amazing. Um, and I always like to say that not only does everything happen for a reason, but
Yes.
we we get to talk about it. We in these instances we get to talk about it, and
Yeah.
we get to be grateful that Alex is still here in our lives because um, I don't know who else would guilt me into doing a podcast episode when I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yes.
you
And
that's an extra life you got. You got yourself an extra
yeah,
life.
amen. And it is absolutely for a reason. I trust that, and I hope one day to know or realize the reason, but there's a reason.
Absolutely. Um, Alex,
Yes, sir.
if if people wanted to get a hold of you, they wanted to, hey, I want to hear more about this story. Do you have socials or anything that people can reach you at?
Uh, I suppose. I lately have we'll say retreated from social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Facebook. I have an Instagram that I'm one day soon, hopefully, kind of revitalizing and being more active on there. Um, Photobomb WI. So bomb like the German tree, not like the
like
boom explosion
like the
bomb.
explosion under the trucks, not like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um, you guys, you can also find Alex. Alex is in the Bad Gamer Elite chat a lot. He's definitely in the Discord. You can join us in the Discord. Um, and you can ask more questions, especially if you want to know about Series One Pokemon. Uh,
Oh, um, so. I know I told you about this. I discovered very recently if you Google a Pokemon's name, it has a mini game where you can catch all of the original 151 Pokemon. Like it'll show you the silhouette, just like who is that Pokemon
Yeah,
before the commercials, and and then you search for it on Google, and then you get to capture it, and it keeps track of you. It's
that's funny.
a a super cool little mini game that the programmers there at Google had too much time on their hands decided to do just for fun, and I love it.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh my gosh. Well, Alex, I can't wait to hang out with you a little bit more. Folks, if you want to find Alex, come on over to the Discord, come over to the Twitch channel, just hang out. It's a good geeky time. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody for hanging out. And as they always
Did you
say,
wake up?
a little bit.
Are you gonna play some overnight or overnight? Are you gonna play some overnight this watch?
I don't know. It depends on if the crew's contacted me. I put my phone away so I wasn't distracted. uh, but as they say, Alex,
Yes, sir.
what were we talking about?